So before I get to the baseball field quotes that I was going to talk to you guys about, I just wanted to update you guys on my firewood stand right here. For those of you that don't know, I also sell firewood. I have 3 of them, and this one at my house has been selling about $150 a week. It's been doing really well. These are $5 stacks, and then this whole thing I used to fill this entire thing up for 20, but I found out that I was, really hurting myself, because if you look at, this is one bundle, so it was like 5, 10, 15, 20. It was like I was selling like $80 to $90 worth of wood right here for 20 bucks. So I split it in half with 2x4s, and now I'm selling 20 and 20, which I think is going to be just fine, because this is still a better deal than that. But they're a lot closer. As you can see, there's probably 5, 10, 20, maybe 20, 25. There's probably 25, maybe $30 worth of wood in these stacks right here. And then also at my other client's house, where I have another stand that I sell a ton of, it's been I went there 2 days ago and it was completely empty. There was, I think, 13 stacks there, completely empty. So I went and filled that one up, put 10 bundles in that one, and I also spray painted it, and it looks a lot better. Whew. Oh, it's so dark in here. I'm gonna get, where's it at? I gotta find it. So like 25 minutes ago, somebody bought bundles of firewood from me, and they left me this, and it looks so fake. It's a I don't know if you can see that. It's a 1985 $20 bill, and it is the same size as a traditional. Let's see if I can get a 20 in here. It's the same size as a 20, and it feels just like the other money that I have in there too. And I looked it up on eBay, and there were some going. They said mint condition. It was a 1990 mint condition. It was going for $800. And I was like, I gotta investigate, because that's crazy. But yeah, so they left me a ton of money in there. There was $45 in cash in there, and I swear I didn't have that many bundles, and there were still 2 left over. So I hope they didn't mess up and like leave me a tip or just left me extra. But you guys, if you're not selling firewood and you have, I would highly recommend trying it and seeing if it works for you. It definitely works for me. We're talking anywhere between $400 to $600 a month, and some weeks, like holiday weeks or cooler weekends that are good weather, I'm doing $400 a week. I mean, it's crazy. I will go through. I know last year I sold like $680 in 1 week. It was absolutely crazy. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit more work, but if you can get a firewood stand like the one I got out in front of my house that I just showed you, that one's holding, is it 2040? So you got 15s, 30, 60. It's got $75 worth of bundles, and then the $40 worth of the bigger stack. So I mean, it's holding a good amount of money, and if you can go through all that in a week, that's great. And then you can just go fill it back up. Plus, on top of that, I have another one at her mom's house that holds 6 bundles. It doesn't do very well. It's not in the greatest location ever, and it's brand new. I just put it up a couple months ago. But Vince's, his has been up for half of, like, I'd say his has been up for maybe 6 months or so, and people are starting to realize it's there. And it's like every single week I go there, there's, I mean, $20, $25, $30 sold, and he's one of my weekly clients, so it's really nice. But also, I wanted to touch on the video you're about to see. I ended up quoting her. It was going to be $600 for a bi-weekly cut, and then $800 for spring because they want it done weekly, and then $300 a month for it's going to be fertilizer and then weed killer, and it's going to go every other month. So the first month it'll be like fertilizer, and the next month it'll be weed killer, and then fertilizer, weed killer, fertilizer, weed killer, just like that. So $300 per application for that. And then I'm going to take a look at their irrigation system and see if there's anything that I can do, because she has no idea what's going on with it. And I don't know if it's just some valves. I don't know if it's a pump. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to get that water up and running. But we're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people from all across my county, my town, my city. Like, I mean, we're talking 100-mile radius of families and adults coming to these events, these softballs, t-ball, and all that stuff. So the advertisement's going to be worth it in the long run. So yeah, so here comes that video for you guys. Check it out. Good morning, you guys. Well, good afternoon. It's 12:30 on a Wednesday, 87 degrees outside. Had a great opportunity to just land in our lap. As you can see behind me, there's 6 baseball fields out here, and then all this stuff in between. I mean, there's bleachers, there's picnic tables, dugouts, concession stands, porta potties, there's swing sets. 6 of these fields, and they're huge. This one and that one are t-ball fields. That one's like a regulation size. That one's actually 350 to the center field. That's a monster field. And then 6 looks like it's over there, and Dakota and I haven't got there yet. But yeah, this is gonna be like an entire day probably. When I was talking to the person who took it over, they said that her and her husband, it would take them about 2 weeks to mow this and get this all done. 2 weeks. Dakota and I said we'll do it in an hour. Yeah, right. But yeah, you can see it. It just, oh, so wait, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 6 must be over there. But yeah, all this, like, there's so much. So look forward to the future videos, you guys, because I'm almost positive I'm going to be picking this account up, because the sponsorship alone is worth it. This, there's like 5, 6, 7 townships that play in here, and then they got men's softball, they got women's softball, they got co-ed softball, and my name's going to be on every single one of their jerseys. And also they're going to be putting up sponsorship banners on all these fences, so I'll have sponsorship banners on every field in this area as well. And like I said, that's going to be tons of different areas of where I live at, so I'm going to give them a really good deal. I'm kind of looking at it being probably anywhere between like $80 to $100 per field. And the good part is it literally starts in March and it ends in end of October. So it's a whole season of mowing. It's not just for like the springtime or whatever. Lots and lots of opportunity here. They don't do any watering right now because the irrigation system is broken. She told me that it is in not good condition. She took it over and it just hasn't been given any love. But yes, it would take a long time to do this entire field. But I just talked to her, and one thing that we're gonna do right off the rip is every one of these fence lines for the fields, they're all gonna get sprayed so that we don't have to weed whack them. Kind of like a warning track that you would see on a lot of different baseball fields and softball fields. So that way we don't have to spend 4 hours walking around weed whacking all of it. So, but yeah, you can see it's very heavy, very overgrown, lots of dolomite. There's turkeys. Please don't come get us. Oh yeah, we don't want to mess with those babies. Run. But yeah, you can see this stuff's, I don't think it's been mowed for, a few weeks, because I think they take like a month and a half off. I think she said it was a month. They take a month off where there's nobody out here playing at all. And you can see it hasn't been done. And there's like 60 people on their board that takes care of all this, and they've got a treasury and all that stuff. And what she was explaining to me was that between all of them, they were just rotating on whose turn it was to take care of the field. And she told me it just never worked out. Nobody was stepping up and doing their part and taking care of what they got to take care of. But the mowing would be the easiest part. It's the outside of the fields, going around all the picnic tables and everything would probably be the hardest part. Yeah, so good thing I got 2 huge mowers, because Dakota's definitely going to get on a mower. And I think the first time around we're going to have to be careful, because there's, you know, there's stones and stuff sticking out everywhere. But gonna spray a bunch of weeds the best we can. Somebody was back here with a truck. But yeah, like getting under all these picnic tables and everything is going to be a really big pain. But yeah, so I wanted to make a video for you guys and show you what we were up to. I'm gonna take a few hours and kind of break this all down for pricing and everything like that, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, or kind of like what I'm talking about here is last year I sponsored one t-ball team for, I think it was 6 weeks, and it cost me like $200 just to put my name on like their sleeve. That's crazy. So to think there's going to be, I don't know, there's like 40 teams or something like that over the course of the whole summer season and spring and all that. There's like 40 different teams. That's a lot of sponsorship, you guys. And then gonna be, what's really nice is it's really ugly out here. So if Coda and I come out here and make it look really pretty, people are gonna be like, I like this. Chances are I'm probably gonna pick up a bunch more people. But this is definitely gonna take a good day. Might have to hire somebody else, you know. Oh, that's cool, it's sitting on concrete, so you don't have to weed whack under there. But yeah, these fields are wrecked, you guys, wrecked. It's a nightmare out here. Lots of weed whacking, lots of spraying for weeds, lots to do. But I don't have to do any of the other stuff. I don't have to like scrape the fields, I don't have to rake the fields or fix the bases or anything like that. Pretty much just got to go through and try to make the lawn look a little bit better. I think she had said that her and her husband were going to do the outsides of the field too, but I'm not really sure if they're going to be up for it, because they got 4 kids and they both work full-time and they do all this coaching and stuff too. She coaches softball and t-ball and he coaches football, so that sounds like a handful. They got a concession stand and everything out here. Oh yeah, you guys, this place needs TLC bad. I'm assuming that doesn't get mowed, but like, look at this field. This thing hasn't been mowed since probably April, because if it's not getting any water, it's not going to grow that fast. And you can tell, like, this crap's tall. Very tall. So and I think they're gonna want weekly mowing. Not 100% sure if it's going to be weekly or bi-weekly. Just depends on when the irrigation actually gets up and running. So, but yeah, it's going to be a whole day for Dakota and I, that's for sure. And it's hot out here. And also haven't even talked about the leaf cleanup we're going to need out here. I know there's a leaf dump like right down the road over there, but I don't have access to it because I don't live out here. But yeah, this is it's a big one. I have no idea how many acres. It's crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. It's definitely going to be a big one, that's for sure. 2 mowers on this thing though, I think it'll go pretty quick. But like I said a minute ago, you got to be careful hitting one of these big old rocks. Oh, I got to get out here and get started though. This stuff's so long, it's going to take time. I have to double cut some of this, triple cut it. Whew. I'm not really sure. I think $100 a field is probably a good number. But then you got to remember there's thousands of dollars in sponsorship going into these for me as well also. But yeah, looks pretty good. All right, you guys, I'm gonna close up the video on that note, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.